for Best in Beauty for November, and this used to be shopping list ideas. I last month renamed it because I thought it would be just a little more identifiable for what I'm talking about. The best beauty products over the course of the last month, the things I've been using a lot, my favorites, and stuff like that. I feel like I've been talking a lot lately about great holiday palettes. I've had a couple of videos devoted strictly to the new gift sets that are out, so I'm kind of excluding those from this video and just talking about some other things that I've been loving, because I think it's pretty clear in those other videos, you know, what palettes I like, what palettes I don't like. I've got a lot of drugstore products to recommend this month. Just some odds and ends, you know, real random it seems. First thing I'm gonna get into is my Revlon PhotoReady Concealer. I've talked about this since way back, it seems, since around the time it came out. I remember trying it and thinking this is a little different from any stick concealer I've tried. The texture is just a lot creamier. It's very blendable. You can blend it with your fingers, or you can use a little like concealer brush to get just a really flawless look. But what I've been finding this past month, my skin is not, you know, as tan as maybe it tends to be in the summer months, and I really haven't been doing much sunless tanning either, and I've just been kind of lazy on that. But this shade that I have, light medium, has been a dead-on match for what my skin tone is now. I mean, this can cover anything. This can tackle under eye, this can tackle spots. It just matches the skin so perfectly. I feel like sometimes that's what it comes down to with concealers. Sometimes I feel like, oh, well, this concealer isn't covering as well. Well, maybe it's not that it's not a good coverage concealer, it's just not that perfect match right back into your skin. And I just feel like that's what this shade happens to be right now, and it's just awesome. So if you feel like you're kind of my skin tone, this light medium, dang, it is dead on. Just blends out any imperfections really well. So I'm wearing that today, and I've been wearing that most days. I've always been a fan of the peppermint scent. I think it's called Twisted Peppermint that Bath & Body Works puts out. But recently I was in Walmart and I came across their version, the Bodycology version, called Peppermint Twist. And I picked up these two little things. They were each like 99 cents. And I think they were sold like among some stocking stuffers. And one is the fragrance mist and one is the body cream. I just love the scent. I feel like I enjoy it just as much as I did the Twisted Peppermint. It's just a little bit cheaper and it comes really cutely packaged. These are really small sizes, but they're great for your purse or just, you know, throw it in your kind of on-the-go makeup bag, and you've got a great little cream. I've been using this mainly as a hand cream actually, and it's just so fragrant, so fresh, and it just kind of gets you in the mood for the season. I am going to do a separate stocking stuffer video for sure this year, just talking about some great little beauty things, small beauty gifts. Back to this video, a great brush, great eye brush that I've been liking a lot. I have been also getting a ton of brush related questions lately. It's either questions about brush sets, how to clean brushes, so I need to get on that, and brush dupes. Somebody had a great idea to do like a try this, not that on brushes, so I'm going to be getting on that, coming up with some ideas for you there. But one big question I do get asked is, what is a great brush set that gives me everything I need? And I usually go with the Sigma Essential Kit because I feel like that's what I use the most of. From the face brushes to the eye brushes, it's kind of like all-encompassing. But there is one brush outside that collection that I'm always reaching for, and it would be just a great little addition to have with that full kit. And it's like the dupe, I think the MAC 217, and I'll put the official Sigma name down there because I've got the old numbering on this brush. But it's like, I use this like as a crease brush. It's kind of pinched at the top here, and so it can be a little bit flat, but it's also a little bit fluffy. And it's just like the perfect brush, and I've been grabbing it all the time for my eye looks because, and I'm sure this has gotten mentioned in other videos before that I've done, but if I want something in the crease, I can use it with that flat side kind of going sideways and get the product in there. So it's good for kind of like wedging it in and being small enough to do that, but then I turn it more vertically and it becomes a great blending tool. So it's placement of product, but it's also blending out the product. And there is a nice crease brush in that Sigma Essential Kit, and it looks like this, and I use that a lot for just blending or, you know, putting something under the brow, but this is just a little more targeted than that, and I go to it a lot. And while we're on eyes, I know I've been palette crazy lately. I use a lot of palettes, but there are those days where you're just like, okay, I don't want all the options. I don't want the choices. I just want to grab like one thing and really get a minimal eye look. And for me, that product that can do that for me that I love so much is from Hard Candy, and it's called High Maintenance. Ironically, it makes a very low maintenance eye look, but it's the baked eyeshadows. I've raved about these, blogged, swatched, you name it, I've done it with these shadows telling you that these are great. But this past month, this has just been kind of like that quick grab and go thing because I feel like this light shade gives a nice amount of sparkle and shine, but this other shade here, this is the gorgeousness. It's like a taupe with a little bit of plum. To speak like MAC language here, it would be like satin taupe with a little bit more depth to it and just that little hint of like a purpley plum color. And this is all I have on my eyes today. I mean, I just did the light shade all over the lid, and I blended this shade with that very brush I was explaining just now, this, into the crease, blended it out, and I feel like it's just perfect for that easy, quick go-to look. And then you can bring the light shade, that light little highlight color, right up under the brow, and it's natural enough, but it gives you that little bit of shine that makes it feel like kind of a special look. So I would so recommend checking out these. It's not just this duo, but there are others that are great. As far as the rest of my eyes, I did just black liquid liner on the top, I did Plum on the bottom, and then I just set that Plum liner again with this purpley shade right there on the lower lash line. Love it. Just nuts about this little duo. I know it's a season where we're wearing lots of like red lips, and for a true red lip, I think a red lip liner is super helpful. And this one from Too Faced, their Perfect Lips lip liner in Perfect Red, has just been great, and I love this particular shade so much that I won't even go for a lipstick. I'll just fill in the whole lips with this color. You compare the red in this swatch to the red on my fingernails, you see how it's a little bit deeper, and it still gives you like real full-on red lips, but they're just like a hair deeper than like fire engine red. So I think that makes it very flattering, very wearable. Your teeth look whiter with this kind of red for sure. If I were to come up with like a drugstore dupe for this, this is very close to Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in Ravish. That's been like my favorite red lip liner, but I ran out and I happen to have this, so this is what I've been using. I'm not wearing it right now, but this is just very creamy, very easy to wear, and if you're looking for that thing that can give you that nice clean line for a red lipstick or just use it on its own, this is great. As for what I am wearing on my lips right now, and you saw this in my last tutorial, but it's the Revlon Lip Butter in Sugar Plum. I've been loving Revlon lip butters. I think they've been out for maybe a little over a year now, and I've been loving them for the past year, but this is one that I hadn't picked up until maybe a month or so ago, and I think it's just a really beautiful color. I've got it on my lips, like I said, and here's a swatch, a really messy swatch. Let's clean that up a little bit there. But it's nice and shiny, kind of berry plum. It's not shimmery, it's just a straight up creamy lip butter. This time around, I topped that with a Neutrogena lip gloss in Berry Fit, and so that's just a creamy berry lip gloss, coordinates perfectly with the lip butter, and I'm liking that look right now. Those lip butters, I mean, I've liked them from the start and I haven't stopped liking them. I have a little cheek combo to tell you guys about, and it's kind of interesting how things come in and out of our quote-unquote favorites. I mean, I feel like sometimes you first try something, maybe you didn't love it then, you came back to it, and it became like just the thing you were looking for. And that's kind of my story with Benefit Dallas. This was initially probably one of the boxed powders that I liked better out of their whole collection. I feel like their solid colors are a lot of times better than the ones that are like multiple shades swirled all together. I got in depth on a blog on this one day, but this one is described as Dusty Sunset Plum Powder. This played into my new sort of obsession with combining multiple blush shades. So I'll take like a little bit of this with my angled brush, go right in here. Deepens up that cheekbone area. I'm not using it really as a full-on contour. In fact, I already contoured with some bronzer, but just that little added depth of this color. This is very pretty, and I can't quite describe it. It is a little bit plummy. It's a little bit neutral. And I'm just going to this all the time, regardless of the more pop of color blush that I'll put more on the apple of my cheek. This is that kind of blush that I'm putting down in here, and I'm just loving that effect. And for more of a colorful blush, And this is still pretty soft, but this is CoverGirl Cheekers in Pretty Peach. This is the first blush, not this exact one, but this is the first shade of blush I ever used. I remember my mom used this for years. She still uses this. People were asking in the video with her that I posted the other day what blush she was wearing. This was it. There's no glitter in it. It may have just a slight satiny finish, not 100% matte, but I think that's perfect. I think it looks great on. I'm wearing it today, and it's just kind of like an unidentifiable blush. You could put it with a red lip and it would look great. You could put it with this kind of lip and it looks great too. So it's just kind of like that inner glow kind of thing going on, and I actually like these two paired together. The depth of this blush plus the brightness of this, it's still kind of subtle. I feel like about anybody could wear this. It's just a universally flattering peach kind of blush shade with a little bit of pink. I hope you get a chance to try some of these products I've been loving, and if you have, let me know what you think of them. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.